I'm Freya, the career coach and mentor behind Let's Talk About Work. So today, Student Beans have invited me to talk to you about postgraduate study and share some tips about applying for a master's or a PhD. So if you're undecided about continuing your education or finding a graduate job, then make sure you watch until the end of this video and leave any questions down in the comments. Some graduate schemes give you the opportunity to continue your studies alongside your day-to-day role. The advantages of this are that it helps you to develop specialist knowledge in the area that's specifically relevant to the work that you'll be doing. It also helps you to maintain all of the skills that you'll have developed during your time at university. It's also way more affordable. When you're deciding whether to study a master's or a PhD, it's really important to research the different institutions. So here are some quick tips for your research. Tip 1 is researching the course content. So does the course teach you everything that you need to know to get ahead in the field, and is it accredited? Tip 2 is look into the fees that are associated with the course and think about how you will pay them. If you need a loan, how will you pay that back? Because it's not necessarily the same as undergraduate. And tip 3 is thinking about employability. What have other people who have studied on the course gone on to do with their careers? It's really important to think carefully about whether further study is right for you. On one hand, it provides an entry point into a senior role, and on the other hand, it's a big time commitment, so might get in the way of work experience. It's also a great opportunity to deepen your knowledge about a subject area, but on the other hand, it can be really expensive, so it's important to make sure that it's definitely the subject area you want to know more about. Remember, you don't need to rush. There might be scholarships that are only available at the beginning of the year, but it's so much more important that you spend the time and make sure that the course you sign up to is the right one for you. Writing a personal statement for a master's or a PhD application can be quite overwhelming, but it's important to be specific. So think about why you want to study at this specific institution and this course, and think about your academic interests as well as your work experience. You don't need to worry about preparing for an interview because you might not necessarily need to do one. It tends to be for the more niche courses, so focus all your time on your personal statement to make it the best that it can be. The best piece of advice that I can give you for your postgraduate studies is to get clear on what's expected of you beforehand, because there may be some differences between undergraduate and postgraduate study, particularly around referencing and writing style. So make sure you know what's expected of you beforehand. My top tips for succeeding in your postgraduate studies are to not aim for perfection, because you won't have all the time that you had at undergraduate level to dedicate to your studies. You've got your day-to-day role as well. And also pace yourself, because you might not have all the time that you need to complete your assignment right before the deadline. You might even find that you enjoy it more. Another key point for success at postgraduate level is building relationships with other people on your course. You don't just want to finish the course with a fantastic result, you also want to have career opportunities. So that's all of my tips for continuing your studies. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to the Student Beans YouTube channel for more great content.